Hey, it's Raj from 3CB Performance. Barcelona and Argentina legend Lionel Messi is one of the best, if not the best, dribbler of all time, able to navigate through opponents and team defenses like a hot knife through butter. To give Messi's dribbling skill and technique its proper due, I've broken it down into a three-part series, beginning with underlying foundations and building upward. Accordingly, I highly recommend you watch part 1 prior to watching this. In this video, part 2, I'll break down 3 more key components of Messi's dribbling: change of direction, strength, and mobility. Messi's seemingly able to change direction at the drop of a hat and in quick succession, constantly and rapidly shifting his weight. A key factor in that ability is that Messi's constantly in what I call a quote ready state. When a defender, or a crowd of defenders in this case, are near, Messi's up on his toes, the forefoot, with a slight lean forward in the trunk, and knees flexed, bent. This ready state position allows him to be extremely light on the feet, shift weight quickly, and convert his mental speed into quick reactions and touches on the ball. When Messi's on the move, he takes really short, quick strides. Notice his leg movement compared to everyone else on the pitch. Shorter strides bias a mid to forefoot strike, which help Messi stay in that forefoot ready position we talked about. And further, with these shorter strides, it creates less vertical displacement, bounce, while running. So Messi's feet are closer to the ground and hovering near the ball to facilitate quick reaction moves and dribbles. Messi's strength is massively underrated. He's constantly taking, absorbing, and playing through contact extremely well. The first thing most think of when it comes to strength is muscle development. Messi certainly has muscle development, particularly in his legs, but he's not a player who's going to wow you with massive muscles. However, the key for Messi is that he's developed an incredibly strong foundation with his core and hip strength. Watch here how he takes contact, is able to stabilize, and then quickly rotate. This requires incredible core and hip strength. Then he just hit again a couple times for good measure. On this play, the defender basically tries to pull Messi down, but he quickly stabilizes and rotates through it. And then on to the next, like nothing ever happened. Incredible. More important than muscle development is the timing and sequencing of muscle activation, aka neuromuscular activation. This mind-muscle connection via the nerves, the wiring, is what coordinates and directs appropriate muscle recruitment, especially during quick reaction movements. This play is a great example. Messi goes to ground, and as he quickly reacts to get back up and recover the ball, his neuromuscular system kicks into high gear, activating and sequencing his left leg muscles, particularly the quads and plantar flexors, to generate enough force to complete a single leg lunge hop, and then, this is almost ridiculous, activate the right leg and ankle to stabilize the entire body, and then push off with the right forefoot and engage the right hip flexors to hop the foot near the ball, while coordinating it with the left foot drag back into a nutmeg. That's just not fair. A key part of functional strength is understanding leverage and when to utilize it. On this play, Messi applies leverage at the opponent's core, the foundational moorings of the body, as the opponent is in an off-balance, 1 foot off the ground position. Not all that much force is required when it's applied at the right spot at the right time. Same concept on this play. The opponent is off balance, and as he comes up onto 1 foot, Messi applies a quick destabilizing force into the opponent's core, sending him reeling. It's much easier to uproot the opponent when they're in a vulnerable position. On the other side of the coin, Messi reverses this concept to not let defenders disrupt his balance. Here, he has a much better defender crawling up his back, but Messi plants both legs wide on the ground like a massive tree trunk to stay upright and shield the ball. Also note that the defender, unlike Messi, is applying force way up the shoulders rather than at the foundational core or hips. When you combine all three strength components, balanced muscle and core development with neuromuscular activation and understanding leverage, you get plays like this, where Messi takes contact on the run and doesn't even seem to be bothered. And absolutely ridiculous plays like this, where he absorbs heavy contact, gets through it, and is able to quickly react and activate his body. What just happened? Messi pairs his strength with elite mobility. On this play, as Messi shields the ball from then PSG defender David Luiz, he loses balance, but as he goes to ground and restabilizes, look at his right leg and ankle. The leg, specifically the adductor muscles, are at nearly full stretch, with the sole of his cleats parallel to the pitch and medial inner aspect of the ankle touching the pitch. This not only speaks to great muscle and joint mobility, but what I call, quote, nervous system comfort. When the nervous system isn't comfortable with the position, it will end up over-activating and over-tensing muscles as a defense mechanism, limiting overall mobility and movement. In contrast, Messi's movement isn't hindered at all, as he quickly gets out of the position and on with some nutmeg business. Another example, look at the right ankle mobility to lunge forward.
Oh, gets away from Escudero, dribbles through,
and get another touch on this ball to beat the defender. So that's part 2 of explaining Messi's dribbling technique. In the final video, part 3, we'll delve into his change of speed ability, dribbling technique, and perhaps his greatest strength of all, staying composed on the ball. That's a wrap for this video. Thanks for watching. My goal is to provide you with in-depth, evidence-based, narrative-free analysis. You can always find me on IG and Twitter at 3CB Performance. Please take care of yourselves and follow the appropriate precautions to limit your exposure to and spread of COVID-19. Make sure to sub to the channel and follow along on all social media for latest updates. 3CB out.